Hello everyone, it's Monday evening, it's now 8:40. Yes, I know I'm sat indoors, it's night, and I'm wearing sunglasses. I understand how much of a pretentious idiot that makes me look still. But unfortunately my eyes are just not having any of it, and they are basically like, pardon the phrase, but piss holes in the snow. Unfortunately we drew a bit of a blank today, but anyway, onwards and upwards, looking ahead to Tuesday's racing. And you know what? It's really, really slim pickings, isn't it? Obviously, we've only got Catterick and Lingfield to look at, and those are our only options, and our hands are pretty tied, and it's typical sort of midweek fare. That's it. That being said, perhaps it's indicative to how poor the racing is, but the bet of the day comes in the 2:45 at Catterick up north, where it's a lady amateur riders race. Venetia Williams sends Capgurt de Lily up here. 7-year-old is an absolute mudlark, so it's going to have conditions to suit, which is obviously a massive plus. The weather's atrocious at the minute. Also, it's a massive plus that promising amateur rider Lucy Turner. She's having a bit of a breakout year in 2020. 4 winning rides from just 15 mounts that she's had so far this year. And she takes an additional £5 off, which is obviously another massive plus. A recent return after, I think it was 400 days off for the horse. So it was a decent enough performance. I think it finished 7th of 15, and that's going to have obviously brushed off the cobwebs. And it's been found a much easier and more winnable contest here. Later on the card is actually in the final race at Catterick. And at a price, I think Georgian Firebird could go quite well. Former course winner, which considering Catterick's a bit of a unique course, that's quite a decent positive. 10-year-old mare has a couple of things pointing in her direction, with obviously decent course form, and the fact that Kieran Gathins, who's ridden her to success before, seems to have a really good partnership. They've done really well when they've teamed up previously, and obviously has a good relationship with the horse. With that in mind, obviously a case can easily be made in this race for a handful of the horses. But I think and it's a big if we can see at least obviously 8 go to post and set off, and we can get 3 places, then at current price I think is around 33 to 1. I think that's a decent and perhaps generous price. I'll also give a quick mention to Joseph O'Brien, who sends 2 over to run at Lingfield as well. Obviously both have great chances, but they're in competitive enough races and they're not really horses I could potentially tip. So those are my 2 for Tuesday. The nap of the day is Catgurt de Lily, who's priced at around 5 to 1 at the moment in the 2:45 at Catterick. And later on the card in the final race at 4:45, one that could go well at a big price for obviously each way punters is Georgian Firebird. Again, thank you very much for watching. Good luck if you follow, and fingers crossed that between us we can grab a few winners.